Hey everyone, hope you are having an excellent day. I just want to make a quick follow-up video to the video I made a couple weeks ago about how we are currently editing our worship for our online service. And I've got to say, I was 100% doing that maybe the hardest way possible. As I put that video out, I got a lot of great feedback from people saying thank you, that was really interesting, that was cool. And then I had a couple of my filmmaking friends reach out and say, hey, why aren't you using the multicam edit that's built into Final Cut? And my only answer was really,
No, I don't really feel like it.
I didn't have a good answer. The basis of my reasoning for not doing it was honestly fear. I'd never used it before. None of the content creators that I follow on YouTube or have subscribed to their classes or whatever have ever talked about multicam editing. So it was foreign to me. But after one was like, you are making this way too hard on yourself, I was like, I'll try it, but I'm not buying it just yet. It can't be that easy. And I was
wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
And I cannot overestimate this, 1000% wrong. Multicam editing is incredible. It sped up my workflow tenfold. It's amazing. It makes everything so much more simple. And so in light of the fact that I just taught you guys a really complicated way to do what we are doing, I want to now teach you an easier way to do what we're doing, and that is multicam editing. I don't understand why more people aren't talking about this. I don't understand why more content creators and YouTubers are not showing people how to do this. This is so helpful. If you are creating stuff for your church, if you're creating interviews, if you are creating music video style stuff, if you're doing weddings, especially like wedding ceremonies, long wedding ceremonies, multicam editing is the way to go. It creates some big files potentially, but it is so much faster. So we're gonna dive into what that looks like and how I'm using this to speed up our workflow for the Sunday morning process. So we're gonna start a new project, project 3 right there. I'm gonna click down here to song 3, where all of my files for song 3 are. And this is our friend Josiah. Josiah led this song, and we're going to create this really quickly. So I'm going to show you how to create a multicam edit, how to create the optimized file, and then I'm going to edit really quickly and show you how easy it is to make this look incredible. So all you have to do to create your multicam edit is go into your project folder, one of the clips, and then hit Command A, which is Command All, select all. And then go up here to Final Cut and hit new multicam clip. And then title this Song 3 because I don't remember the actual song title. Use audio for synchronization, and then hit OK. Now Final Cut will do its thing. We'll start creating files, synchronizing the angles. So here is our multicam file right here. We're going to take this and drag it into the timeline. And as you see here, if you don't have this screen up that shows you all the different views, you can hit Shift Command 7, that's going to take it away. Shift Command 7 again brings it back. So now you can see all of your views right there. So when you get into the edit process, you're going to see these 3 little icons right here. This is going to enable audio and video switching. This is going to enable video switching only, and this is going to enable audio switching. So if you're doing, like, say, a ceremony and the priest or the officiant is delivering the vow and the bride or groom is saying it back, you're going to want an audio switch, but not necessarily video switch. So you go from one mic to the next mic, one mic to the next mic. In a scenario like this, you don't need to do that. So you want to just select your audio here, and then you select your song audio, your scratch audio, whatever that is, and that's going to make that cut right there. So you select that, and then boom, there's your cut. So I can delete this because we don't need all that. So my scratch audio is starting right here. And it's playing pretty slow, so I'm going to go to proxy media. Now everything's a lot more smooth. So now you can see all the clips are perfectly synced. They're all lining up. I can scroll through and see everything really well. So I'm going to edit this and show you guys just kind of what we look for. So once you have the audio selected that you want, your scratch audio, you can now go up here and select this video tool. And what this allows you to do is every time you click, it's going to create a new cut. So we're gonna watch this, and then if I select here and select this, it's going to change all of that clip. So every time I make a cut, it's going to select a new portion. So I have these 6 shots to choose from. So we're gonna start with a safety shot here and just kind of go from there. I'm gonna make these cuts and then show you a couple things along the way. Okay, so I'm gonna stop right there. So that's how easily you can make those cuts in the multicam view. Once you have, let's say you go to this portion right here, I selected this camera, and then all of a sudden you see it kind of like quickly move away. All you have to do is take your playhead and move it back to that cut that you made, and you can select a different camera and it changes that exact playhead. That's incredible. It saves so much time. So I like this edit here. And then another thing you can do is each of these cuts are movable. So let's say you want to get it directly on the beat, you can do that. Or let's say a camera moves and you want to take it back, you can move it. So this camera here starts to really pull away right there. So I want to move this edit forward, move that cut forward. And then it's perfectly in sync. I can't, again, it's so nice. So if a camera moves or you have some shake, you can easily change the cut that you want to make. One of the things I didn't like about the multicam edit when I first started was the color grading. I couldn't figure out how to manipulate it, but it's really about just knowing where to click and knowing where to look. So if you double click on your multicam file, you will see all of your files listed out here. So you have your audio here that you selected, camera 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can see each individual one. If you select this icon right there, you will see this view, and then you just hit Command 7. That gives you your waveform to do your color correcting. So I'm gonna drop the shadows just a little bit. We shot in sort of a Cine 4 profile instead of the log profile, so it's got a little bit more, it's a little bit easier to color grade and to work with. So we drop our shadows just a little bit. That light's blown out, but that's okay. So that one's kind of where I want it to be. And then I make that same selection on this file. This is one of our safety cameras. Select that, and then I can color grade this whole thing. And even if you've cut something before, once you manipulate this file within it, it will transfer to every cut that you've made. It's incredible. There's just no other way to say it. It saves so much time. It makes things so much easier. So I'm gonna drop my exposure a little bit on this one. That looks pretty good. Select this one, select the clip, find a decent spot where everything's kind of in focus. Drop the darks down a little bit. That looks pretty good. And the shot here, and again, I'm in proxy, so it doesn't look as sharp as it will. These files are not quite as high of quality, so I'm gonna up this a little bit. And again, every camera was shot with the same white balance, the same exposure settings, the same f-stop, so everything should be pretty similar to edit. It's a good shot right there. Select this, and then that's it. Our exposure has been corrected for every single file. We don't have to worry about that, and now it's been corrected for everything in our entire workflow. So I'm gonna go back to another project that we've already finished. I'm gonna copy these adjustment layers that have all of our color correction information in it. Go to the beginning of this, Command V, and it all already looks really, really good. And again, Shift Command 7 gives me my multicam view. So I can bring that out like right here, where there's got the guitar. And he's not really playing the piano, so I'm gonna have this view here. And try that there. So for this, where there's really no good camera angle because he's kind of looking up, you don't want that. He kind of isn't quite into it yet. These cameras are out. We shot some extra shots. So it's got some just light bulb kind of thing, lens flare stuff that we can use for this. And so I'm probably gonna just grab this shot here, put that up at the front. That just goes right over our multicam edit. Change my exposure just ever so slightly. I'm actually gonna put a stabilizer on that. So I'm stabilizing that clip to kind of get rid of some of that wobble and shake. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's super simple, it's really easy, and it saves a ton of time. So hopefully this video has been helpful for you. If you have any questions about multicam editing or any other things that you would like to know about Final Cut specifically, drop those in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time.